Okay, good afternoon, everyone. I'd like to call to order the regular meeting of the Board of Public Works for September 26, 2024. Roll call.
Bel Gomez,
Present.
Weena Guzman,
Present.
James Portalatin.
Okay, we do have a quorum. Next item on our agenda is the minutes of the regular meeting of September 12, 2024. I'd like to make a motion we approve as written.
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. We have no correspondence. We'll move on to new business. First item under new business, the bid opening for the Veterans Memorial Park. Do you have it? Can you please come to the podium and give your name?
Tracy Gillis.
Okay.
And this is for the Veterans Memorial.
Excuse me, Tracy, would you say what your company you're from, please, and who you're representing?
I represent the city of East Chicago,
And your company?
Royalty Construction.
Okay, thank you.
All right, the first bid is from, we have two bids. The first one is from Big Concrete with a total amount of $202,575. The next one is from Raffin Construction in the amount of $217,673.
Yeah, you said there were just two bids, right?
Two.
Okay.
One from Raffin in the amount of $217,673. And the second one was from Big Concrete
Right.
in the amount of $202,575.
Fine.
202,575.
Right. Okay, as it's our custom, you will review the paperwork to make sure everything's proper, everything's in the packet, it's supposed to be in the packet, and get back to us with a recommendation, either next meeting, or if you can do it by the end of this meeting, let us know.
We'll do it by the end of this meeting.
Okay?
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, next on our agenda, we have the bid openings for the rebid of Magoon Reconstruction. This is from engineering. Just for record, the first bid opening was from Parks, Park Department.
Okay.
Julio?
Good afternoon. I'm Julio, the city engineer. This is the rebid opening for Magoon. The first one is Grimmer Construction, Inc. The base bid, $14,339,499.18.
That is the award
This is
criteria.
the award
That's the
criteria.
award? Okay.
That's the award criteria, so there are two different base, Scott Pruitt, First Group Engineering, sorry about that. So that is the award criteria is 14,339,499.18. The base bid, there are two different items as far as sewer construction. Base bid for item 62 is $14,563,781.41. And using alternate item 63, it is $14,143,883,781.41.
No, 383,
383,781.41.
41 cents.
Okay, which one? The last number is 14383,781.41. And then there's another
It's
alternate
another.
bid, and that is that the same?
No. This is
Here
the
we have that 132. Yeah, that's alternate. Okay, here we go.
Okay, it's the alternate one.
Yeah, that was the base bid. Okay, so alternate bid one.
Our criteria is.
So alternate bid one, the award criteria for Grimmer Construction is $14,217,488.53, 14217,488.53. Alternate bid using, using item 62 is $14,144,39862.41. Using alternate bid item 63, $14,142,59862.41. And that is for Grimmer.
This is for Grimmer.
What's the second one? What company is the next one?
Grimmer.
Grimmer?
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah, that was all, for the same for Grimmer. What did you have on that? I'm sorry. Which one did you want?
The alternate with using item 63.
Item 63, 14259,862.41.
How about 62? Using 62.
Okay, I'm going to write this down. I know it's a little bit confusing. 14439,862.41. And then the award criteria was 488.53. Okay, we'll give this back to, we'll look at the rest of the bids once you get a chance to scan them and send them over to us. Let me get this jotted down.
This is 200 people.
Yeah, there's a lot of numbers floating around. Yeah, let's get it all. Okay. Questions stuck in there.
Okay, this is Hasi Construction. The same thing,
Okay.
the base bid,
Okay, so this is base. Okay, Hassie.
our
Award
criteria.
criteria, 13293,299.72, $13,293,299.72 for base bid. And then 13,500, okay, and then the base bid using item 62, $13,501,218.48. 13501,218.48.
48.
Thank you. Bifocals, I'm sorry. And bid using alternate item 63, $13,468,338.48. Let me write these down. $13,468,338. Okay. Okay, and
This
alternate
is
bid one.
Alternate one,
Okay, alternate bid one, the award criteria is $13,234,008.09. 13,234,008 and 9 cents, 0.09. The base bid, or the alternate bid used in item 62 is $13,440,999.48. 13,440,999.48. And the bid using alternate item 63, $13,408,119.48. It's 13,408, 119.48. Okay, and that takes care of Hassie's bid.
This was Hassie. This is Reed Riley Construction Company. The base bid,
Okay,
award criteria.
okay, base bid award criteria, $16,880,874.62, 16880,874.62. Bid using item number 62 is $17,144,906.18. 17144,906.18. And the bid using alternate item 63 is $16,585,706.18, 16585,706.18. Okay, and now to the alternate bid. The award criteria, $16,786,788.71. So 16,786,788.71. Alternate bid using item 62, $17,049,348.68. 17049, 348.68. And using alternate item 63, $16,490,148.68. 16,490, 148.68. All right, that concludes the bid opening.
Yeah,
No
so,
more bidders?
so we had 3 bidders for that project.
Aha,
So
the next meeting.
next meeting, unless you're going to wait and review them tonight.
Yeah, it'll be the next meeting. We'll make a
Okay, so for next meeting, you'll have a recommendation.
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank
Too
you.
many numbers.
Okay, thank you. Okay. Next item on our agenda, we have Towing Incorporated from Public Works. This is Towing Incorporated. It's also Burt's 24-hour Towing Incorporated out of 2020 Indiana Avenue, Griffin, Indiana. This is a rate schedule, but a not to exceed of $8,000 from Public Works. Are there any questions or comments on this rate schedule?
None.
There be no further questions or comments on this rate schedule from Burt's Towing. I'd like to make a motion that we approve Public Works request. A second?
Second, I'm sorry.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. Okay, next on our agenda, we have the 2024 City of Chicago Towing Service Policy from Public Works. This is the 2024 one. I did call Jalen Robinson from Public Works, the director. He informed me that they were adding this person, S&S Towing, to their policy for the remainder of the year. That's why there's only one signature on here. We had passed this policy earlier in the year.
Yes.
So this is just for adding S&S Towing to the 2024 City of Chicago Towing Service Policy. And as before, the policy is one where we set the rates, and if they agree to the rates, they're on a rotation basis. Is there any questions or comments?
None.
There being no further questions or comments, I'd like to make a motion. We approve the request from Public Works for the addition to their 2024 City of Chicago Towing Service Policy.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. Next, we have from the Fire Department, Lexi Pod. This is the Fire Department's annual fire policy manual and daily training bulletins, annual fire supplemental manuals, annual fire procedures. The total cost for these three projects is $10,623.75. I believe this is the third year they've been working with this firm, Lexapod. And from what I understand, they've been getting pretty good service on these procedures and manuals. Are there any questions or comments on this request from the Fire Department?
None.
There being no further questions or comments, I'd like to make a motion we approve the department's proposal from Lexipod.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. Next, we have from Minmi Cast. This is from IT. We do have a letter from Kevin Klosak, our computer system administrator. This is the annual agreement is for our email filtering service. I'm requesting approval for the annual hosting and support at a cost of $20,886.69. And this includes our perimeter defense plan, internet email protection, large file sender, and advanced support. Once again, the amount is $20,886.89. Any questions or comments on this request from IT?
None.
There being no questions or comments, I'd like to make a motion we approve IT's proposal for our email filtering.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. Next, also from IT, we have UK Chronos system. Letter from our Kevin Klosak, our administrator in IT, is this agreement is for the maintenance of our Chronos InTouch 9100 and InTouch DX time clocks for 2024 for the amount of $6,534.86. Are there any questions or comments on this proposal?
None.
There be no further questions or comments, I'd like to make a motion we approve IT's request for this proposal.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. Next, we come to outstanding invoices. I'll read each one, and then we'll make one motion at the end. We have, first one is from IT. It is from AT&T. They have one invoice dated 5/1/21. The amount is $33.60. This invoice was overlooked and was discovered on the final billing for this account. That's their answer for why it was late. Any questions or comments?
No.
Okay, we'll move on to the next one. Next one is also from IT Department. It is from Civic Plus, a late invoice. Their invoice date is 6/16/2024. The amount is $7,188. The explanation for the delinquent invoice, this invoice was not submitted until an agreement was finally received and approved by the Board of Works on 4/25/24. There were then revisions needed on the invoice as Achieve Social, which is the parent company Civic Plus, became part of Civic Plus LLC. The correct invoice was finally received on 9/16/24. And the amount of the invoice was $7,188. Any questions or comments on this one?
No.
Okay, we'll move on to the next one, which is from Franco Carlson. This is from Multimedia. We have 3 late invoices dated 5/17/2024, 6/20/24, and another one 6/20/24, and they total up a total of $3,020. And these are for panels on the buses advertisement. Explanation, the invoice wasn't paid due to misplacing the invoice. Multiple invoices were emailed at once during the main festival timing. Any questions or comments on this
No.
one? Okay. Next one is from Northwest Industrial Specialists. This is also from Multimedia. They have 1 late invoice, 6/5/2024, $510. Explanation, the invoice wasn't paid due to misplacing the invoice. Multiple invoices were emailed at once during the main festival timing. Any questions or comments on this one?
None.
Okay. Next, we have another one from Multimedia. This is from Gateway Business Systems. 1 invoice dated 6/3/2024 for $3.79. The total says $370. On the top, it says $379, so it's either $379 or $370. Anyway, the invoice wasn't paid due to improper timing of submitted PO request to Controller's Office. Any questions or comments on, the invoice behind it says
Yes.
$379.
Yes,
so
yeah, I was
we're-
just going to
we're
note
good on
that. Okay.
It's a lot
No
of time
further
for
questions.
$3, you know. so.
No, no further comments.
Okay. I believe that's our last late invoice, so I would like to make a motion to approve the payment for all these vendors for their late invoices.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. Okay, next we come to one of my favorite items. This is from the Water Department, and just for the record, we are approving the funding for these payment to these vendors from the Water Department, and the reason this is before us because these proposals were approved by the Board of Waterworks, and the funding comes from the city's seated account and LDA accounts. So there are 19 vendors, so bear with me. Okay, number 1 is from Marco Supply. The amount is $3,000. Location is 3455 Pennsylvania. Division Filtration. It is for repair and maintenance of parts and supplies for inventory. It is from our seated account. The next one is from Utility Supply. The amount is $12,000. Location, various locations. Division Distribution. It's from meter pits, and it is also from our seated account. Number 3 is Moisture Boss. $1,067, 3455 Pennsylvania. It's Filtration Division. It is for float drain for compressed air with vent adapter from our seated account. And next we have from National, let's see. So was that Moisture Boss National Industrial? Is that one name?
No, National Industrial should be separate, yeah.
Because there's no, for National Industrial Maintenance Incorporated, it is $83,323.00. Location 3455 Pennsylvania. Filtration Division. This is for sulfuric acid room valve replacement. This is from our LDA fund. Number 5, Anderson Process, $7,476.66, location 3455 Pennsylvania. Filtration Division. This is for 1-inch back pressure valves from Seated. Next we have from HASI, $115,508. Various locations. Division Distribution. This is for meter installation, and this is from our LDA fund. Number 7, Patrick Cummings, $15,000. Location 3455 Pennsylvania. Filtration Division. This is for laboratories testing services from our LDA fund. Number 8 from Ferguson. Ferguson is $1,245.30. Distribution Division, and it is for 5 8-inch expansion wheels out of our seated fund. Next we have from Augustgen Electric, $263,905, location 3455 Pennsylvania, Filtration Division. This is for SCADA servers, and this is from our LDA fund. Number 10, Ferguson again, $2,350, various locations, division distribution. This is for 24-inch stainless steel rods with pins from our LDA fund. Number 11, USA Blue Book, $454.60, location 3455 Pennsylvania, filtration. This is for reflective tape. This is our seated fund. Augustgen Electric is number 12, $11,086, location 3455 Pennsylvania, division filtration, replace plate settler parts from our LDA fund. Next we have from Midwest Electric, $1,620, 3455 Pennsylvania, filtration division. This is for parking lot pole lights from our LDA fund. Next from Anderson Process, amount $4,556.57, 3455 Pennsylvania, filtration division for Breddell parts. This is from our seated fund. Next, number 15 is from Hatch. This is for $3,426, location 3455 Pennsylvania, filtration division for pH sensors and parts out of our seated fund. Then we have from Bozak, $49,817, filtration. This is for a 2024 Ford F-250 out of our LDA fund. Number 17, Anderson Process, $4,399, 3455 Pennsylvania, filtration division. This is for prominent metering pump out of seated. Next, also number 18 out of Anderson, again Anderson Process, $11,780, location 3455 Pennsylvania, filtration division. This is for a Watson Marlowe pump out of our seated fund. Next, number 19 from Brace Sales, amount is $4,822.84, location 3455 Pennsylvania, filtration division. Pneumatic actuators out of seated. And that concludes our funding. Our funding for the water department. Any questions or comments?
Yes, I do. Number 3, and I think there's 2 different ones. Moisture Boss, that's for $1,067, and that's for the filtration plant, and that's a float drain for compressed air with vent adapter. And then National Industrial, which is number 4 actually, National Industrial Maintenance Inc., that is for $83,323. Again, that's for filtration plant, 3455 Pennsylvania Avenue. So I just want to know if those are 2 separate ones.
Those are 2 separate ones?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. You get that? Look it up.
And just the total is
okay.
$596,836.91.
Okay, thank you. Any questions or comments?
No further questions or
If
comments.
you no further questions or comments, I'd like to make a motion to approve the aforementioned proposals from these vendors for the Waterworks Department.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. Okay, next we come to, we have from 360 Degree Construction, this is asphalt patching around Rec Center at Sunnyside. This proposal is from Engineering Department. It is for $7,600. Are there any questions or comments on this proposal?
No.
There be no further question or comments, I'd like to make a motion, we approve 360 Degrees Construction's proposal to engineer for asphalt work around Sunnyside Rec Park.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. Okay, next we have Reeves Fence Service. Let's see this, wait a minute. Change order number 1 for the police department security fence. And we have a letter from First Group Engineering to engineering. Attached is change order number 1 for the police department fence gates. Midwest reviewed available outside power, and it was found to be deficient. This change order provides for 6 circuits for power to the fence gates and safety bollards around the equipment island on the South Drive. The net increase of this contract is $24,450. And they have all the breakdown, all the pages. Are there any questions or comments on this proposal?
No.
There being no further questions or comments, I give a proposal to approve the recommendation from First Group for change order number 1 in the amount of $24,450 for the police fence gate project.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. Okay, next we have, this is number 12. This is a recommendation from Robinson Engineering. We have the notice of award for the Elm Street Extension, Phase 2. And I believe we have also the notice to proceed for the Elm Street. So the recommendation is an award. Hey, Olin. So basically, this is okay. So this time the recommendation: the city can award a contract to lowest responsive and responsible bidder, which is Gary Material Supply. Yes. In the amount of $2,782,301.61.
What was the company again? Yeah.
Gary Material
Okay,
Supply.
I got it.
Trying to see, they're out of Gary, Indiana. Okay, and so that's the recommendation from the engineering department. And as I said, this is for the Elm Street Extension Phase 2, south end of Elm Street to Alder Street. And we also had the notice of award for the Elm Street Extension Phase 2 to Gary Material Supply. Are there any questions or comments on the recommendation or the notice to award?
None.
There be no further questions or comments, I'd like to make a motion to award and the recommendation, to approve the recommendation from Robinson Engineering and the notice of award.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. Okay, next we come to Royalty Construction. This is for the design services for the Veterans Memorial Park. The first one, I believe,
Yes, so the first one is for architectural and engineering services for the bottom of the monument sign that will be going here at Veterans Park.
and this is for $20,000.
think it's actually 24,000. The 20,000 is for the management.
Okay, so maybe I got them out of order here.
Yeah, the $20,000 one is the management, the proposal to manage the project.
Okay, so this one is the one for architectural design for $14,800 and additional $10,000 for structural engineering?
Correct.
So for
$24,000.
$24,800.
Correct.
Okay,
Bless you.
Yes.
okay. Do we have any questions or comments on this proposal for architectural services?
No.
This is with design services for the memorial, for the Veterans Memorial.
Yes.
Okay. And it is between Royalty Construction, Project Management, and the City of Chicago Parks Department. No further questions, comments?
None, no.
There be no further questions or comments, I'd like to make a motion approving the proposal for architectural services for our Veterans Memorial.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. Okay, so the next one, let me see if I have them in order. Next one is the Royalty Construction proposal for management.
Correct. That's to manage the
That's-
project.
That's the one for 20,000, right?
Correct.
Okay. So, house management, that's it. And this is also with Royalty Construction and Project Management.
Correct.
And the amount is 20,000 as we mentioned. Are there any questions or comments on this proposal?
None.
There being no further questions or comments, I could bring a proposal approving the proposal for management for the Veterans Memorial Wall construction to Royalty Construction Project Management.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. Next, we have the Chicago Veterans Park Screen Project Development Package from Heavy. Is it just Heavy? or-
Yeah, so this is heavy industry, and these are the ones that are going to manufacture the actual steel part of the wall that will be sitting on top of the monument portion on the bottom that we just actually heard the bids for.
Okay, so right now, the updated budget for this is $309,000?
Correct.
Okay. Do you have any questions or comments on this proposal?
No.
There being no further questions or comments, I'd like to make a motion approving Heavy's proposal for Chicago Veterans Wall Screen Project.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes.
Thank you.
Thank you. Next, we come to right-of-way applications. We have Board of Public Works right-of-way applications, number 24-04852 through 24-04854. Any questions or comments on any of these Board of Public Works permit applications?
No.
There being no further questions or comments, I'd like to make a motion approving the aforementioned permit applications.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. Okay, we return to other business. Do you have the recommendation for the Veterans Memorial? Okay.
It is our recommendation that Raffin Construction receive the bid. They were less expensive on the granite by $20,000, even though their base bid is $217,000 and big concrete is $202,000. They were more expensive because they were more expensive on the granite. Raffin was $20,000 less, and that's the major portion of the monument is the granite.
So with everything totaled,
Because they gave a
they
breakdown.
ended up being lower because of the granite.
Yeah, and yes, because of the granite cost, because I had them do a breakdown. And that granite is, big concrete wants, what's 80 and 65 again? I didn't bring mine.
Pardon me?
What is 80,000? Huh? 145, and Raffin is 124,000. So they're cheaper on the granite. And the granite is the most critical part of this.
So if we add these figures up, because your original, when we read the bids, we had, I think, big concrete at 202.
202.
What would their total be with the granite add?
If you raise the granite cost, they would be higher, period.
Do you have a figure? Because we need it for the record.
Okay, well, the granite cost, the granite cladding is $124,500 for Raffin, and the granite install cost for big concrete is $145,000.
Okay, but if we added to their, so was this figure added to the, for instance, like big concrete, would we add the 145 to the 202? Is that what we're doing?
No. That's included in their base bid.
Oh, it's included?
Yeah, they're higher on the granite install and cheaper on the concrete. Raffin is cheaper on the granite and higher on the concrete.
Okay, so,
Is it a specific granite, or is it?
Yeah, it's a black absolute granite. It's 1.5 inches thick.
Raffin has also worked on big city projects that we believe that they can get this done in a timely fashion because this needs to be done by November. And
Yes.
so we want to make sure that it gets done accordingly, timely. Which if you want to,
okay, so so Rapid Construction is the lowest bidder on the granite
Yes.
at 124,
Yes.
and so whatever the
Yeah.
rest is.
And we don't want to split this up.
Okay.
We don't want one person to do concrete and one person to do granite.
Oh,
Absolutely.
okay, now I get it. So the
Yeah.
bid was for each section?
Yes.
And the first numbers were for one section, the other one? Okay,
Because they gave a baseline, and
Yeah.
then I had them break it out. So we
Okay.
can see apples and oranges. That's how you
Right.
can gauge if the person really is paying attention to the job and not just throwing a number out, hoping
Okay.
to get it.
okay, so I understand it now. Do you understand it, Weena? What he was saying?
I mean, so Raffin is higher in total, but
that's
we
who you're
believe that they're the
recommending.
most responsible
Okay,
bidder in
that's
this
what I was- okay.
project versus the lowest bidder, which would have been.
So
Big
your
concrete.
recommendations to go with the
Raffin.
higher,
Yes,
Okay.
okay,
Yes.
bid?
yes.
Do you have any questions or comments?
No.
Okay, we're going to make a motion to approve it, but for the record, we're going to need something in writing, like we have, the recommendation from first group,
Okay.
where everything's spelled out, okay?
All right.
Okay, Julio? So later, we have a verbal, we're going to agree to your verbal recommendation with the condition that we get the written one, okay? Later, we in detail explain.
No, that's fine.
Okay?
Yes.
And then just for the bids that came in, Olga needs
No, she
them or a
can
copy
keep
of
them.
them? Okay.
Yeah, we're gonna leave them.
Okay.
Yeah, Olga said for us to collect them and put them in your
Okay.
office. You have the bids, right?
Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, Julio, I was talking to you, okay.
Thank you.
So I just want to make sure, because if we have the other bidder contest, we want on the record the reasons in writing, okay?
No, that's fine.
For the record, the total is $217,673
Okay,
for Raffin.
And what's the
Okay.
other one? I'm sorry, what's?
202,000.
Okay, so it's,
About $50,000.
Yeah.
202,575.
okay.
okay? Any other
I'm good.
questions?
Yeah,
Okay,
the recommendation,
okay,
yes.
based on a recommendation, I'd like to make a motion approving Rapid Construction
Second.
as, okay. I was going to say for the Veterans Memorial Park project. You seconded?
Yes, I
All in favor,
second
say
it.
aye.
Aye.
Okay. Okay, our next, I don't believe that ends all the items on the agenda for tonight. Our next regular meeting will be Thursday, October 10th, 2024, at 4:30 PM. So that concludes our meeting for tonight. I'd like to make a motion for adjournment.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes.
Thank you.